I should start all of my videos out with like a dad quote or a dad joke. That'd probably be funny. All right, Happy New Year. It is 2021. It's actually been 2021. It's the 17th of January, but I'm just now making this video and that's okay. So you know how it is. I've got a couple of goals for this year. These are tangible goals, like reading 50 books this year, testing for and earning my LEAD GA credentials, learning more about personal finance, saving a certain amount of money by the end of the year. So those are things that I can track with numbers. They're quantifiable. They're things that I can mark off of a list, but I also have intentions for 2021 that are less tangible, and they have more to do with my inner well-being and my mental health. These are foundational things that I want to get right before I can move on to accomplishing the rest of my goals for this year. I want to feel more content. I feel like I'm always restless and wanting more and doing more. I think in some ways in the past my restlessness has helped me reach my goals because I was a busybody or like a workaholic. Being restless in some aspects is okay, but other times when I know that I need to rest and I need to slow down and be still, I feel like it's impossible. Like I can't physically do it. My mind is always going and running and thinking about the next thing that I need to do. So to feel more content and to feel more satisfaction just in everyday life, I've decided that I will try to meditate more and journal more. I'm currently doing the 21-day meditation challenge from 10% Happier by Dan Harris. I think we're on day like 14 or something, so I'm 2/3 of the way through. I'm actually gonna upload a video about that next week and my experience with that. My goal for meditation is just to be still, intentionally be still for a moment. And hopefully it helps me find stillness throughout my day. I also want to journal more. I wish I had journaled more in 2020 because I felt like I had grown so much over the year. I want to be able to like look back and see what I was feeling and thinking, what I was going through, and how my thoughts changed over the year, but I don't have that because I didn't journal. So this year I'm gonna do my future self, my current self and my future self a favor and journal and just reflect more. I think I'm really bad at reflection. Again, I'm just always on the go, and I would very much prefer to never have to sit down and think about my emotions than actually really look at myself and ask myself kind of hard questions. I think I've always had a weird relationship with working out and food. I think it became really prominent in high school when I was really concerned with how I looked and some weight gain that I had. On top of that, I have a really obsessive personality, so just the mix of the two. I won't get into too many details, but it reared its head again last year when I started CrossFit. It's taken me like it's taken me about 23 years to figure out that this is a reoccurring issue and that I need to address it. What usually ends up happening is I set really high standards for myself, and then when I'm not perfect the first time I do something, or if I'm not making the progress that I want very quickly, then I want to just quit. 2 systems that I'm setting up for this intention. 1, I want to go and work out at least 3 to 4 times a week. For now, I think that's enough. Basically, the only thing I'm using to gauge my progress is being consistent and just going consistently. You know, whether it's a good day or a bad day at the gym, that doesn't necessarily matter as long as I'm going. So that's where I'm at with CrossFit for now. I really do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun when I go and I feel great afterwards. It's just when I get into my head about like my performance, quote unquote, or like my ability or lack thereof, then it gets into this weird kind of toxic cycle about like not being good enough. Yeah. Anyways, the second thing I want to do is eat less fast food. So we've been trying to meal plan at the beginning of every week, pick up groceries on Sunday, and just eat on the groceries. This is so obvious and normal for probably everyone else, but I had a hard time at the end of last year not eating fast food. I ate it almost every meal, and it got to where it was kind of gross, and like I just didn't want to eat anything because I didn't feel like cooking, but I also didn't feel like eating. Yeah, I was saying something about I don't want to be putting all that junk in my body anymore. And a lot of the days it made me feel really sluggish and just gross feeling, just eating way too much fried chicken. Plus, now that I'm eating more at home, that means I have to cook more at home. So maybe I can diversify my cooking skills outside of frozen pizza and ramen. Yeah, but my main objective is mostly just to eat less fast food, whatever that looks like. I gotta be honest with you guys, I find a lot of my self-worth in being productive, checking things off of a list. I think all throughout college I was really focused on school, so being productive looked like architecture studio and studying for tests, projects, doing extracurricular things outside of class, like with clubs and organizations. But now that I've graduated, I've kind of had to reimagine what being productive looks like for me. The last thing I want to do is be busy just to be busy, just to fill my time. So the questions that I've been asking myself is, how can being productive be fulfilling, and how can it help me connect to others? So I decided that I wanted to start making videos more consistently. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and for a while I told myself that I just didn't have the time, but I think in reality I was really just fearful of what people would think of me or say about me, or I was scared that I wasn't good enough and that I would quote unquote fail. Whatever that looks like, I don't know, but at this point in time, I'm just making these videos to create something, to create kind of a video diary to show myself in the future. And I think that's enough. It's enough for me to keep making videos right now, and I think that is completely fine. So my goal, or the system that I'm setting up for this intention, is that I like film on the weekends and edit it and put it out by Sunday, typically. I would like to get to where I'm like filming one weekend, taking the week to edit it and putting it out the next weekend, but not quite there yet. Just for now, per week, at least one video, or maybe per month, 3 to 4 videos. I don't know how to create deep friendships as a young adult / professional. I don't know how to do that. So I would love for this year to be about learning how to deepen those friendships and learning how to be a good friend. I have actually devised a way to talk to humans under the guise of a book club. It's called Stacks Book Club. Our first meeting is coming up this week. If you're interested, follow Stacks Book Club on Instagram. Yeah, other than that, I don't really know what type of system to use to achieve this, to achieve human connection. I'm kind of the type of person that would much rather read an article or research about how to make friends than actually go out and talk to people, which is probably what I need to do, but it's kind of scary, so I hesitate. I mean, even if we weren't in a soft quarantine, I probably wouldn't go out and talk to people anyways. I don't know. I think it's a social anxiety thing. Again, gotta do some self-reflection there, figure out what the issue is. but I would really love to find more connections that are genuine and worth my time. And I hope I can find people this year that are on my wavelength, that are like seeking the same things that I want out of life, that are willing to support me and allow me to support them. You know, just have friends. Shit, it's hard, it's scary out here. Overall, I hope that 2021 is the year that I learn to accept myself, flaws and all. I hope that I can be more self-compassionate and continue to learn about myself like I did last year. So I want to be content and have satisfaction in my life. You know, I want to develop healthier habits that sustain me and are sustainable. I want to be productive and create things that make me happy and fill me with joy. And I want to connect with friends on a deeper level. January has really been about setting up these systems for myself and these routines so I can create a really strong foundation to build off of for the rest of the year so that I can move forward and accomplish my other goals. Those are my intentions for 2021. Thank y'all for watching. If you guys liked what you saw,